Okay, hello, welcome. We are back. My name is Phoebe and I'm going to be teaching you a Pilates mat work class. This is for anyone. You may have tried Pilates before, so I will progress you, but you may also be wanting to just try it out for the first time on your magical weekend away at the woods. I will be giving you modifications if you need. It's all just about working all the sides of the body, making you feel a little bit more lengthened for the day, and also maybe working through the core and a little bit through the legs and the glutes as well. So first off, I'm going to start off with a little bit of mobility first, and I recommend you have a towel or a little headrest to start to help you when you come into positions. It might be good underneath your bottom of the line in your back or on your side as well today. So sort of a half an hour class, let's get into it. I want you to come onto your hands and knees to start. You place your hands slightly forward of the shoulders and hips directly over the knees and spread your fingers. Press down through your thumbs and your index finger and lengthen your spine. I want you to imagine that you're moving your spine, rolling it into a round shape. You can stick your tailbone between your legs, lengthen through the spine. Then gently tip the tail and the spine back towards the root. Lengthen your spine and slightly dip your lower back. Round and scoop as we warm up the whole spine before we start to move. And just lengthen the neck so you're not crunching into the neck. Imagine you've got a big orange behind your neck. You don't want to be squashing the orange, you want to just be holding it softly. Nice work. Working through 3 more rounds. Really scoop the tummy in and up as you round. We come back and round. Keep the chest broadening and round once again. Nice work. Then come back into what we call a flat back posture, as though you can almost balance a little marble in the lower back. So you don't want to be round, you just want to be tipping your imaginary tail back a little bit. Spread your hands and tuck your toes, working into the core. You're going to press through the floor and hover the knees, and then roll back down. If you need a reference point, you can look at me. So what this is working is your deep core. And as you hover the knees, I want you to imagine you're zipping up a really tight pair of jeans, or that you're pulling your tummy away from cold ice. So as you do that, there's a hugging sensation below your belly button. That's your core muscles. So hug, hover the knees, lower down. Hug, hover the knees, lower down. Keep lengthening your neck long away from your bottom. Keep pushing down into the floor. That's it. Exhale, hover and come back down. And hover, come back down. You should feel a little bit of heat starting to come on now. Let's go for 10 more seconds. Soft elbows, soft wrists. Push the floor away. Good. 2. And last one. And come up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Good work. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Lengthen through the spine. Lengthen your head. I want you to focus on 5 breaths into your lungs. So you're going to breathe into your ribs, into the back of the spine. And then exhale out onto that. Dissolve the body on the exhale. And as you breathe in, think about breathing into those side lungs, side ribs. Generally in Pilates, we want to be breathing the whole time. We want to be not holding our breath because that puts pressure on our back and our core. So this first few breaths, really find your breath. Good work. Last breath in. And then empty out, breathe out. Come back over, hands over wrists, and bring your wrists slightly forward. That's it. Try not to drop or flare your ribs. Hug them in, lengthen your spine. That's it, moving into swim. So you're going to straighten one leg behind you. Those a bit more advanced can lift the leg and then bend the knee back. Reach, extend. Otherwise, those are a bit more beginner. Just keep the toe on the ground and just work through that hip extending, hip extension. Imagining you're balancing a little ball on your lower back. Hug that lower tummy away from the ice. Push the floor away. So I'm going to hover now because I know I've got good control. Working on our glutes, our hip mobility. That's it. Push the floor away, lengthen through your spine. All right, so adding in a bit more challenge for those who want to take it. Start to hover the hand as you reach the leg. Hover the opposite hand off the ground. So it's not a high reach forward, it's just a hover. Really checking through your balance. Watch your hips aren't swaying. You want to keep them nice and strong. Last 10 seconds, those who want to reach the arm out for full swing. Watch that the lower back isn't arching. We don't want to arch the back to reach. We want to lengthen to reach. Nice work. 3, 2, 1, and bring the knee down. Scoot the tummy and the tailbone, sit back to towards your heels. You can sit on a cushion if that's uncomfortable on your knees. Bring the arms forward, reach the arms up towards the roof, and then slightly reach one arm up and really flare the side of your ribs and the side arm. And then come back to center and look up to the other hand and reach. It's called an upper body reach. It really gets mobility through your upper body. Feels really nice to do standing as well. Like you're changing a light bulb. Reach and then come back up. Reach, come back up. Last few. Turn your head as you do it. Good. Nice work. And then coming back to center, reach the arms down, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders down your back. Interlace the fingers and almost connect the thumbs slightly and then just stretch your arms back. Opening through the pecs, the shoulders. You can lean back if that feels nice. Opening the throat, take a breath in. And then exhale, come back onto all fours, hands slightly forward with the shoulders. Starting your swim just with your legs. So you're going to reach the leg, keep it on the floor if that's what you're doing today. Make sure you're feeling that sense of your pelvis being balanced as you extend the leg. You can keep the toe on the ground, or if you practice this a bit more, you can extend and reach away. It's not about how high, it's about the control. Keep your tummy pulling away from cold ice, so you're really working in core, which is pretty much the idea of Pilates. You want to be hugging that lower tummy the whole time, but still breathing. 10 more seconds and then we'll add in a challenge. Lengthen the spine. Some people get sore wrists. You can come up onto your knuckles. Otherwise, try turning your hands out a little bit. That helps a lot of people. Adding in the challenge of the arm. Lift, reach, back down. Keep breathing. Keep lengthening. Nice work. That's it. Now, the last 10 seconds, go into the full swing. Reach and down. Reach and down. Great. 4, reach, 3, 2, and 1, and come back down. Roll your hips back and lengthen out through the spine. Nice work, and then we're going to come back up into one more shoulder exercise. It's going to be box push-up, so this helps sort of modify for most people. With the box push-up, you basically tip your chest forward, elbows out to the side, and touch the top of your head to the mat. So you could see that my hips aren't moving. all I'm doing is bending my arms, bending my elbows. So it's a shoulder stability exercise. A lot of people tend to move their hips forward like that, so actually hinging down towards the floor, tipping your head forward, just using your arms as strength. Good, 10 more seconds. Watch me, you're a bit lost. Warming up that upper body. 4, 2, and 1. Nice work. Sink your hips back. Reach your arms up to the roof. Take a breath in, and then bring the arms back down towards the side. Now we're going to actually lie onto your side. So I'm not going to use the shoulder rest. I mean anything for my head, I should say. But you can lengthen your arm and place something like a towel or something underneath your head. You don't want your head tilting up or down. Just keep it long. Stack your hips and your shoulders. Keep the bottom arm underneath your head. Nice work. Then from there, bend your knees just towards you, lengthen your tailbone, and lift the top leg into side kick with the knee. So I like to imagine I'm kicking a football. So with that position, what you're doing is you're keeping your hips stacked. You might not have the speed that I do. It's really work on your hip mobility. If we're a bit tight, I've been at our desk a lot, we tend to have the decreased amount of range in movement. Nice work. Really working those side glutes, keeping the knee hovering away from the other leg. Good work. That's it, 10 more seconds. Forward. 3, 2, 1, and bring it back. Nice work. Now we're going to lengthen out through the top leg. That's it. Bring the foot down to the ground and make sure you've got almost the space where it's quite hard to fit underneath the sideways. Keep that lifted the whole time. Zip up through your tummy like you're bracing your core slightly and lift the top leg. Like you're kicking a football, keep the foot flexed, kick the leg forward and then bring it back to as far as you can without changing the stacking of the hips. You can use the outside hand to tent your hands, your fingers. And when you're doing this, basically what you're thinking is that we're working hamstring flexibility. So you're only going as far as those hips can remain stacked. As far as the pelvis doesn't want to move, or you don't want to keep your side body away from that credit card. If you can't move very far, don't worry, that will get better. The more you do Pilates, or the more that you work on your hamstring flexibility. 5 more seconds. That's it, 2 and 1. Good, you might want to give the glutes a little bit of a well done. I ended up using that, but anyway, that's all right. Let's place the hand underneath you so we can go to the upright side of the sling position. You can stack your knees, but bring your knees back to where it feels comfortable. I'll show you the movement if you're a bit lost. You're going to squeeze your hips and come up away from the floor into a side plank and lengthen the top arm if it's available. We're working through the side body strength here. So if you haven't done much Pilates before, this is what we do. We tend to do a lot of work on our side as well as our front and back. It really gets the strength from the shoulder girdle that we just worked on. And those who are a bit more advanced want to take it into a leg extension as you come up and then come back to them. Otherwise, stay where you were. Press through the fingers, lengthen through the spine, pull up through the sideways. 10 more seconds. You want to imagine you're between 2 panes of glass as you come up, that you're really stacking your spine, your shoulders. Last 2. And 1. And then relax. Good work. Let's come with our legs facing the front. Bring them out in front of you. Reach your arms all the way up towards the roof. Then bring the arms forward. That's it. Then you're going to open and twist to one side to as far as you can. And then bring your arms back to center. So it's like a little spine twist. Open and close. If you feel like your shoulders are like that, just bend your knees. And you can still do it with bent knees. Breathe out to open. Breathe out to open. That's it. Nice. Lengthen the spine. Twist from the spine, upper spine. So think about where your middle back is. Try and twist from there, but keep your hips facing the front. Good. Last 10 seconds. Nice work, last one. And then relax back into center. Crossing your legs in front of you, so a cross-legged position. Roll your shoulders down your back and then lengthen your fingertips down to your side. That's it. Then come over into what we call a mermaid. You're going to bend the bottom elbow just slightly and lengthen the top arm. So you're getting a side body stretch, but still lift up through the underneath side waist. Nice. As you do it, you're almost imagining you're pouring water out of the top of your head as you go. There's the shoulder blades sitting back and the length through the side waist. And you might find you can get a little bit further each time. Breathe and lift. It's all like a reach up and over. That's creating length in your spinal vertebrae. And then one more each side. And one more. And then come back in through center. Let's come to your knees, a little bit of glute work. We're going to be coming up from this position with our arms on top of each other. Exhale, hitch your hips forward and then sit back down and come forward. And down and come forward. So when you're doing that, I like to think when you're sitting back, it's like you're sitting back onto a stool. You're going to send those hips back and then press through the shins and squeeze your legs and your hips to the front. The glutes love this one. You can put your hands on your glutes and you might even feel it a little bit stronger through those glutes now. That's it. Good. Now adding a bit more, you can reach the arms up and then down. Only if you feel like it. Really whole body reach and then down. Reach and down. That's it. Lengthen. Get those glutes firing for 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, then bring the arms out to the side and roll over to the other side. If you need your headrest, please grab it. Otherwise, your arm just goes underneath your head. And then lengthen through your spine, place your hand on your hip. Imagine cold ice in your soles underneath your side waist, shoulders stacked, neck long. That's it, good. Moving into side kick, knees bent, top leg lifts, stick your high, bring the leg forward and then back. I like to breathe consciously, so I just know that I'm still working on that breath as well as the hug of the core. So the tummy just below the belly button is active the whole time as you kick forward and back. Working those glutes. 3, 2, and then 1. Extend that leg out. Flex the foot. Bring it up. Kick it forward and then back. The fingertips can be placed on the floor. Your shoulders are stacked. Your hips are stacked. Hamstring flexibility. Only go as far as you can before your pelvis wants to shift. And a little cue is sticking your bottom out as you bring your leg forward. That's it, good. Keep the leg going forward, but also going back. Leg going forward, but also going back. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. You might want to give your glute a little well done. Something a bit more difficult, the side planks, knees strapped, hands slightly forward of your shoulder girdle, hands on hips. Lengthening through the spine and bring the arm up and then down. I think we started on a hip to start. See how you feel. Otherwise, you've got to arm up all the way up. If you can't lift very high, that's totally normal as well. So don't worry about how high you're going. It's all about the side core, the side body work. Good, 10 more seconds. Squeeze and lock. Squeeze. Nice work. 3, 2, 1. Hold. And then coming back down. I didn't do the little advanced part. So those who are a little bit more advanced this time. Otherwise, let's do 10 more. Sorry, 10 more. Otherwise, those who want to do the advance was leg out and back in. Just for 10. Push it out. Nice. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Well done. Nice work. Let's work our way onto our back. Last of the series here. Moving into shoulder bridge. Press your arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders down your back. And just check you've got a little space for a blueberry or a hand underneath your lower back. That's our neutral spine. Feet at hip distance. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to imagine you've got a tailbone, roll, and tip the pelvis towards you. See how I'm flattening here, but imprinting my back into the mat. I want you to find that imprint and then let go again. Find that imprint and then let go. And then as you do that, you want to keep imprinting all the way through your spine, like you're peeling Velcro off the floor. Middle back, upper back. So you come up into a bridge. Take a breath in there and then roll your front ribs, your middle back, and your lower back down to the floor. It's really important for the bridge to squash that blueberry before you come up. And that means you'll fire up the glutes. If you just come straight up without doing that, you'll tend to hip in to extend into the lower back. So roll through the hips, pause at the top, roll back down. Those who want to stay there can. Those who want to add a little bit more, bring the feet and the knees together, roll up. As you come up, extend one leg, fold it in, extend the other leg, fold it in. One more exhale. Keep the hips nice and stable, and then rolling all the way back down to the spine. Nice work. Exhale, roll back up, halfway. Lift your heels and lower them down, working our calves. And see how I'm not really high in my bridge? I'm dropping my front ribs back and imagining my tummy's like a bowl. I'm hanging my tummy in my spine, almost hugging my tummy with spine. Really good for ankle mobility in the calves. Rising for 10 more seconds. Nice work. Breathe it out. 3, 2, 1. Lift the heels up and then roll all the way back down each little vertebrae. So good for the spine, that one. Arms down by side, a little bit of core work. Slide the heel, lift the leg. Slide the other heel, lift the leg. Both legs at tabletop. Imagining you could balance the tray of drinks on your knees and your shins.
Arms down by side. That's it. And then just straighten one leg, bring it in, and then the other leg. What you want to switch on is your lower tummy. You want to imagine you've got the tightest pair of jeans on and you don't want to let that tightness around your tummy go. It's a core endurance exercise, so keep it going there. And those who want to take it a little bit further can come up in a chest lift, one hand on the outside and one hand in front of the knee. Reach the opposite leg, so it's one hand in front and one hand to the outside, and then swap. You keep your shoulder blades off the mat. Keep a long neck as though you could hold a pinch underneath your chin. Breathe in for 2, out for 2, 15 more seconds. Breathe in for 2, out for 2. In for 2, out for 2. That's it. 3, 2, 1, relax your knees in. Take a nice breath. And exhale out. Knees above your hips, double leg stretch, arms up, hands in front of your shoulders, palms facing down. A little bit of coordination, arms reach, one leg reaches, pull it back in. Arms don't have to go very far. If you're feeling tight on your hip flexors, just do the arms by themselves or one leg at a time and one leg down like that. You can always regress to make it feel more comfortable, or progress is both arms and legs. But remember, Pilates isn't so much about how high or how far you can go. It's about how much control through the core, through the movements you have around the spine. So those who want to take it one more little bit further, just for the last 15 seconds, reach your arms up, come up into chest lift, one leg and one leg, reach. Stay in the chest lift. Lengthen through the spine, only take it here if you feel your body can do it properly. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in, take a breath in. And then exhale, breathe out. One more little exercise. We'll do a little scissor. Legs in tabletop, drop one leg down, and then halfway swap to the other leg, and swap, and swap, and swap. Like a pair of scissors, your knees swap halfway. Those who want to take it a little bit further can come into a chest lift. That's it. 15 more seconds. Reach your arms away from you, otherwise lower your head down if your neck is hurting. Reach your knees away from your hips, not just tapping your toes down to the floor, it's knees away from your hips. 3, 2, 1, bring the knees back in, nice and back. Oh, take a breath in, and then breathe out. Bring the legs into tabletop, arms out to letter T. Thinking about keeping your knees completely stacked, reach the outside leg up and over and move into a half twist, and then come back. So a lot of people do this one wrong, they just flop. So you want to keep the angle to the knee right the whole time, the same angle as I've got here. Reach the outside leg up and over, and come down. Watching also that your head and your shoulders and your ribs can stay contained and on the mat. So the more you do this properly, the more core work you do, and the more mobility your spine will get. And then turning your head the opposite way, just to really open up the spine. Last one. And coming back into center. Bring your knees to your chest. That's it. Coming up, rolling up into a seated position, just finishing with a little bit more of a challenge. Coming back onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands slightly forward, a hand width forward of the shoulder girdle. We're going to move into a plank. So those who aren't comfortable with planks, please come to just a kneeling plank where you like this and do some little push-ups here. Otherwise, kneeling plank, tuck the toes, hover the knees, press out to plank. Hold the plank, press into down dog. Press into plank, press into down dog. Press into plank, press into down dog. That's it, good. Plank to pike, plank to pike, plank to pike. Now, last two. And then last one. Come up into pike. Walk the feet in, bend the knees. That's it. Keep the knees bent, hips high. Bend knees to plank. Bend knees to plank. Push the floor away. That's it. Lengthen the spine. Push away. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into plank. Walk your feet into your knees. Walk back to plank. Into your wrists. Back to plank. Last one. In. Come into a low squat. Sink your hips back. And then sitting up tall through the spine. Take a breath in and breathe out. Feel the blood pumping through your body. Feeling the remnants of the practice in your body. The Pilates strength. A little fast flow that we did today. Taking a breath into the sides of the ribs to the back. And then exhale out. Beautiful. I hope you feel nice and lengthened, nice and strong. So nice to have you in this Pilates class today. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, the weekday, whatever you're here for. Bye-bye.